Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it doesn't work without you guys. Let's be honest. Let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Oh, hold up. The man cave here. It's almost the off season. There's 19 days left until the Super Bowl, and the man cave is going to be going through some changes. I've gotten some great stuff from a lot of you people. Joseph Heatherly gave me the banner for when he was a kid in the 60s, and it has collectible cards in there. I am so honored by the gifts that you guys have, and as somebody put it, and forgive me for not remembering everybody because there's so many great fans, this is becoming the Dallas Cowboys Smithsonian. And so I've got to rearrange it, and I realize that a lot of the stuff that I have in here, the way I've mounted it, is trash. It's trash. Collector's World has done such an incredible job. Bit by bit, I'm going to take all of the Joe Boo jerseys that I have that are autographed. I've got like Bill Bates, I've got Charlie Waters, Ed Too Tall Jones, Randy White, Emerson Walls. I'm going to take and get them to mount those autographed jerseys by era because I've got like Charles Haley, Nate Newton. Who else do I have from that era? Oh, I also have Tony Dorsett from the other era too. Woodson, Rayfield Wright also needs to go with the other ones too. So I'm going to get them to organize it so it'll consolidate more, so I have more space to kind of spread everything out. So we're going to be doing, because off season when champions are built, changing up a lot, and just look forward to seeing some of the changes. But I'm going to do one of these changes right now. Hang on, just give me a second here. I'm always multitasking. There we go. Boom, perfect. All right, thank you very much on that one. Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys. Um, it's only been a week. Have really reshaped the coaching staff. It's out with the old and in with the new. The only coaches currently that are remaining on the offensive side of the ball are Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator, and Doug Nussbaum is being moved up to quarterback coach. Now, I like John Kitna. I like the development of Dak Prescott, and I got to say that you look at having having Kellen Moore and John Kitna working with him together, that Dak Prescott definitely improved. He cut down his interceptions from the year before, cut down on his sack, increased on his touchdowns, increased on his yardage. So you have to say, okay, you two guys together were better than Scott Linehan and Kellen Moore, without a doubt. But from what we're hearing is there were too many chefs in the kitchen, and that sometimes things would get heated between John Kitna and Kellen Moore and so on. So Nussbaum is moved now to quarterbacks coach, and you see that this whole offense has been completely redone. I mean, completely all new coaching staff. Hopefully, it's not going to be major changes where the offense ends up starting out slow because everything completely changes. Although starting slow has been one of the problems the Cowboys have had, and maybe starting with something different might change that. But be that as it may, this may open the door for one Jason Witten. Jason Witten said he was going to make a decision sooner than later on his future as far as if he's going to play, or I guess he's not going back in the booth, or do something else. You'll remember last year, or the year before, Tennessee wanted to have him as coach. And this may end up opening the door for Jason Witten to get his first feet wet as tight end coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the thing that you have to feel good about right now is this is all on Mike McCarthy. This is not Jerry Jones being the owner and coach. This is not nepotism where we're just going to hire guys that have been part of the Dallas Cowboys family and give them a job, whether they're qualified or not. Now, some people will go through and they'll say, oh, man, you know, Mike McCarthy was fired last year, and the Green Bay Packers are in the NFC Championship game this year. So we hired the guy they fired. That means we hired somebody that's a whole lot less. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you need a change of scenery. How many times have you seen a player leave our organization who couldn't bust a grape, but then all of a sudden their career is rejuvenated? How many times have you seen a coach one organization and that organization was a perennial loser and then go elsewhere and be in the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl? It happens. How many times have you seen an Andy Reid who could not get the big one done in Philadelphia go to Kansas City, fall 24 points behind, and end up throwing up a 50-burger and winning the game, going to the NFC Championship game? Things happen. Teams sometimes get bad, and they need a change. And that's where this team was, and that's where Mike McCarthy was. He got stale in Green Bay. It was time to move on, reflect, recommit. Oh, my God, did I just use a Jason Garrett-ism? Refocus on doing the job. Sometimes you do it long enough that you just kind of get, you know what, I got this. You know, I can do this like, I know it like the back of my hand. Oh, damn, what's up? But when you're in a new situation, now I got new eyes on me. Now I don't know what to expect from the people above me. And that's the way it's going to be with the players here now. Players got into a comfort zone and knew, Jason Garrett, he ain't the be-all, end-all. I got Jerry in my back pocket. And thus began the problems. And we ended up going through the same thing. Players knew, if I mess up on the field, we'll get him next time, Johnny. Don't worry about it. We'll be okay. Yeah. So hopefully now the players start thinking that things are changing. I've got to do better or I'm not going to be here. I'm going to have to start all over. That they're on edge because they don't know what to expect from Mike McCarthy. Is he going to be a soft coach? Is he going to be a hard coach? All these guys, all this change and all this turnover brings everybody into focus. Now back to Jason Witten. Jason Witten knows more about being a tight end or has forgotten more about being a tight end than most people even know. He is definitely the right kind of guy, attitude on and off the field. He is definitely a guy who motivates and can get into somebody's face. And it'd be interesting to see if he wanted to be the tight end coach, and that would be the nepotism hire for the Dallas Cowboys. I wouldn't think it would be a bad thing. He's already got a repertoire with Blake Jarwin, and I'm sure Blake Jarwin would love to be able to have more playing time. And that's all I got to say about that. But I tell you, last night, I have to applaud the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the NFL for making a change. It used to be the Hall of Fame announcements were at NFL Honors the night before the Super Bowl. You brought them out on stage all together, pomp and circumstance and everything. And I'm sure they'll still be bringing them out on the stage the night before NFL Honors. But it's something about the way that happened last night that Jimmy Johnson had no idea. To find out that he is going to be in the Hall of Fame and a halftime show where he's there doing his job, unscripted, unfiltered, raw emotion was a thing of beauty. And I don't care if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan or not. You have to look at that and say to that person that they did it their way. They achieved their goals, and now they're being honored for the work that they did. To see even Troy Aikman up there tearing up, it was just a beautiful thing. And I applaud the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which is not actually tied to the NFL, FYI, for doing that. And I'm going to make sure that Jobu Sports Report is there at the Hall of Fame for that induction ceremony. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I got work to do. We got to get this stuff in the mail to you guys, the great fans out there. And I've got some new things we're working on in the shop that I can't wait to get going. As always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. I'll see you soon.